Come on in.
Hello.
Hi,
Gordon.
I'm Tamika.
Nice to meet you. Gordon.
Gordon, all right. Have a seat, Gordon. Make yourself comfortable. All right, so I'm just gonna take out some forms. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm lost. Almost freaking traffic.
That happens, that happens. It's okay. So we're gonna get started, just because I know we're running a few minutes behind. I'm going to give you a consent form to the session and also to videotaping. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna have you sign here. And then while you're filling that out, at the end, I'm going to ask for you to fill out a form. Is that okay? Just on our overall session?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you said Gordon, but I see per the form you filled out online, your first name, I don't want to butcher it. Pronounce it for me.
Khalif. It sounds terrible, but it's easier than what it looks like.
Say it one more time for me.
Khalif.
Knief, okay, okay. But you go by
Gordon.
Gordon, okay, okay.
Easy to remember.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. So, Gordon, I do have my a few things that I do want to go over with you, just to make sure that I have some background information. So I see that you're wanting to obtain therapy for being addicted to healthy eating. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. When did that start?
Probably 2 years, roughly.
2 years, okay. All right. So I'm just gonna get some family dynamics information before we dive into why you're here. I'm happy to have you and look forward to going over this a little bit further. I see per the form that you filled out that your marital status is married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long?
It's lost now.
Lost count. Okay, okay. That's honest, honest, honest. Honesty is the key. Kids?
Yeah.
How many?
3.
3. Okay.
1 on the way.
Okay, 3 and 1 on the way. Okay. All right. Just making notes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And I see for work, you work at Costco?
Yeah. Drive a forklift.
Driving forklift. How is that?
It's alright. Not on the floor, you do members when I'm driving. I drive the freezer cooler boxes, so I'm away from the members.
Okay. Away from members. Okay. All right. And how long have you been at Costco?
I tell everybody to be long.
Okay. I see that you're
15 years.
15 years. Okay. Okay. Alright, okay, so 15 years at Costco, okay. Alright, and so let me ask, being addicted to healthy eating, what made you decide that you wanted to seek counseling for this?
Because I want to say it's a problem, but I don't feel like it is. I think I'm going the right route because of how the food industry is these days, and sometimes might come off a little bit harsh in my household as far as implementing that lifestyle or
Okay,
getting into that habit, I should say.
okay, so you mentioned that you think it's a problem, but then you also said you don't feel like it's a problem.
Yeah, because of how, like I said, like how the food industry, what we're consuming,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the healthiest, and because I guess how they people around me and people that I work with make it seem like it's a problem that I'm it's just food, just eat it. But I'm like, yeah, it's not really just food. You are what you eat in a sense. So the problem is that because they're saying that, you know, it's just food or whatever the case is, and I know it's not just food because you act upon how you eat. What you put inside of your body, how it affects your body in a good way or bad way. And most of the time, it's in the bad way. It's for the negative. It's for the worse.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And how does your household, how does your significant other, are they on the same page with
No,
you, or
For the
there's
most part,
same page?
no.
No?
For the most part, no.
Okay, no.
Especially with the kids, because their kids, they want to have, you know, their, I guess, McDonald's and Burger King, and you know, that kind of, because we grew up on that stuff, and it's like, trying to tell my wife, like, yeah, we grew up on those, but 10, 15, 20 years ago, it's not the same how it is now, and that's why I try to go into that healthier lifestyle with the eating habits. Now, I know it takes a little time to get there, but like I said, if I know how it affects your body, and I don't, especially the kids. I hate seeing the kids just. That's all they want. That route.
When you say that route, is it just like junk food, or is it like a particular
Just
food type that you,
junk food.
just junk food? Okay.
I want to say 80-90% of the time, it's just junk food.
Okay, okay. And let me ask, so you said overall about 2 years you've been feeling like this, right? That
But 2 years, I decided that I wanted to get into.
decide, okay. Prior to the 2 years, were you doing research, you know, in regards to your eating habits and things like that? Was it something that, or was it just like cold turkey?
It like in between.
In between?
Just I guess understanding that, learning that, you know, the food. I guess you could say, yeah, I'll just do my research. Cause
Research,
I
okay.
really did realize that food is not made how it is, how it used to be made, and just not feeling the same after eating certain food, and how it. I really haven't heard anybody in the family, outside the family, that
Mhm.
has really gotten like negatively affected by food, but you know, 1 and 2 here and there said, you know, they stopped eating like pork or whatever because, and I don't eat pork for personal reasons.
You don't eat okay.
For personal reasons, just not the religious.
So let me ask, what does your meals look like? What does your everyday eating look like?
Homemade, mainly. I try not to go out for restaurants, even like I go just because to, I guess, to not start an argument or debate. If you know, let's say they want to go out to a restaurant, but I already know what's gonna be on the menu, so that's my mind. I fight in my mind to say I don't want to go, but I end up going because I don't want to physically go to an argument.
Okay, and when you say they, that means your wife
My
and the
husband,
kids, your household. Okay.
Which I understand, it's you know, just to get out of the house and do something different, but I already know what's gonna be on the menu, which is unhealthy to me.
Unhealthy. So you prefer in-home meals?
Yeah, for myself.
Okay.
I don't stop them. Like I said, I don't go. They go eat. I don't stop them. But for me personally, and because I'm trying to instill that, and it doesn't always go that route. Then when it comes to the restaurant or go out for lunch or go out for dinner, I already know that those things are gonna be on the menu. So it kind of like jabs me in the side.
When you say jab, what does that look and feel like to you?
like I'm trying to instill the healthy stuff in the household, but
Uh-huh.
they were making suggestions to go to restaurant for the unhealthy stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
So it's like working against what you're trying to accomplish, it
Right.
sounds like. Okay.
Because as an adult, I can't tell an adult what to eat. I can't tell my wife what she should and shouldn't eat. But as kids, and because again the food how it's processed and made these days, us eating it back then wasn't as bad because we really didn't have, I guess, that much side effects or whatever the case is.
Mhm.
And knowing what I know now, I'm trying to instill it, especially the kids, so they have better options with their dieting.
Okay.
Not dieting to lose weight, but balanced diet.
A balanced
Pretty much.
diet. Okay. Now, you mentioned being addicted to healthy eating, but from what I'm gathering from you, it doesn't really sound like it's an addiction. It more sounds like a lifestyle change that you're trying to implement. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. It's more like it could fall into a lifestyle change.
Lifestyle change. Okay.
Well, because I guess they've been drilled in my head that you're addicted to healthy. Yeah, just really, I guess, starting believing that it is to an extent. That yes, I'm addicted to eating healthy because it's all I care about, just eating healthy. I want to have a healthy diet. I want to, live longer,
Right.
and that comes from within.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can definitely relate. Let me ask, so do you follow so I know that there's so many different ways of eating in today's world, like a vegan lifestyle. I know you mentioned you don't eat pork. Is there a certain lifestyle plan when it comes to your eating that you're following, or is it just overall just having an overall balanced diet?
I've done vegan. I've tried it. I did it for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad.
2 years, okay. But you're not currently vegan now.
No, I'm not gonna say vegetarian, but I do have those in my diet.
Okay.
Vegetables, my fruits,
Okay.
salads, anything wholesome. That's yeah. But
Okay.
as far as following like a particular diet, I not since the vegan.
Okay.
And then I just realized that vegan is just like it's nothing it's not a realistic thing because it's something that it wasn't around 10, 15 years ago. Vegetarian has been around, and regular food eating habits been around, but veganism is like something that's pretty much was made up to, I guess, they're trying to capture our mind to thinking that's a healthier option. It's really not that great. And I can say the 2 years I did for, I was like really strict with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I can say that's kind of where really the addiction mindset started.
Okay. So from what I'm gathering, I pick up that what you're trying to implement is something that's, for your lifestyle is not being implemented in the home. Is that a trigger or stress for you?
It was it can be annoying, can be stressful.
Can be stressful, can be annoying. Okay. And what are some of your coping strategies that you've implemented for yourself during situations like this where it's not being followed through, or you feel like it's your lifestyle change is not being taken seriously, or your feelings towards it?
Just I'll just block it out. Because again, like I said, I don't want to take away. I don't want to take away from setting that example so they understand that just because you like a particular food doesn't mean it's the better option or it's better for you. And hopefully that they will, I guess, start at some point implementing those principles.
Okay.
But I do know that there's times when I might agree with them saying, you know, that I'm addicted because I'm going, I stock up the fridge with like nothing but like a whole fridge. One side be stocked up with like nothing but fruits and smoothies, green smoothies, red smoothies, and just smokes. And then they're like, where are we supposed to eat? And I'm like, I apologize. There's stuff here to eat. And other parts of the house are just, I need my stuff.
Right. So you did mention you black out and then also setting an example. So I think it's amazing, you know, with setting examples, but we do want to circle around the blacking out. What does blacking out, what does that look like for you? When you're blacking out, what is that? Is that you're tuning out everyone? What does that look like?
Just pretty much tuning out because I guess I could only want so much for you. If you don't want it for yourself, I gotta just keep doing what I'm doing for myself.
Okay. What would you like it to look like in the household when it comes to the lifestyle change? Like if you could have it your way, what would it look like?
Just pretty much having a balanced diet. Like I said, there's really not a balanced diet in the household with everybody else that's in there, kids, and not so much the wife, because she, as far as her eating, it's more so the kids. It's like, okay, the kids want this. Yeah, but there's also other ways. Are you helping them to realize that yes, okay, if we get, you know, a burger or whatever the case is for the house, you know, they have burgers. Okay, so what are your side dishes that you have with it? It's like, oh, just let them have a burger. So before I get there to, you know, start a debate, it just doesn't happen. Just too much. And I just focus on stocking up the fridge with my fruits and veggies. To the point where it's like, I guess they'll start going mad because there's so much. So, the addiction. Because I go to the store and I just keep buying because they're on sale.
Okay.
But then they'll go mad and then they get mad.
And let me ask, so have you ever attended counseling before? Therapy sessions for this particular situation? Have you ever been to counseling before? No? Okay, first time. And let me ask, how do you cope with stress?
I don't really let things bother me. Because I know what it feels like eternally.
Okay. Give me a little bit more when what does that mean? What does that look like to you?
Just how your body responds to it. No sleep. Irregular heartbeats. Hair falling out. those from happening. I just don't let it bother me. Yeah.
So these things that you just listed are things that have happened, that you've experienced, and so what you've done to like suppress that is just out of mind, out of sight. It sounds like, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's kind of where the healthier eating habits, because you know those really help. Certain food has certain of those healthier food has a different effect on how your body respond to either stress or your sleep, your skin. So different food has a different benefit. Different foods have different benefits. So there's a variety in my house, in my fridge,
Right. Okay.
at times.
And let me ask, what are some of your strengths?
I don't know. I think one might be encouraging. Like I'm always trying to encourage other people.
I could definitely see that. Encouraging, okay. Give me a few more.
Encouraging, uplifting, supporting. Best of my ability.
Best of your ability, okay. I like the honesty, okay. One more.
I don't know. I think I'm a decent person.
Okay. Now, with you having a healthier lifestyle, let me ask, are you into fitness? Is that something that you incorporate with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do train.
Training, okay.
Train at home. Just COVID really showed me to dedicate a lot of time to fix yourself.
Absolutely.
So I just started get my own equipment. So I'll go to the gym, just everything at home.
Oh yeah, okay. So where's your gym set up? Like in your backyard?
It's back and forth in between the backyard and garage.
Okay. All right, so we've gone through a lot of different things today. So what I would like for us to do, if you're comfortable with moving forward, is setting up a plan. I have an idea of, what's going on. I do see some things or some areas of improvement. For example, I do recognize that, you're trying to get onto a healthier lifestyle, and it sounds like you want to have that implemented also within your household. So we can create different ways of you being able to incorporate that into the household, and also being able to manage things a little bit better. I know you mentioned that, blocking out things. We really want to find a better route at, especially when we're talking about being healthy. Blacking out or just tuning out things is not necessarily the healthiest way that we want to go about doing things. So let me ask, when you black out or tune out things, although in the realm of things you may feel like you're avoiding it, do you feel like in the back of things, in the back of your mind, it dwells there, or you're just completely, it doesn't bother you at all?
It's blocked out to the point where it's because the issue's still gonna be there, so I don't let it eat at me. That's why when I block it out, I let it eat at me where I'm gonna get like
Upset.
a rage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so let me ask, it sounds like these are things that you've discussed in the household before, or advised that these are things that you would like for your children. I know you specify not necessarily your wife, but for your kids. Is it a reason why it's not, I know you mentioned, you can't, you can't force an adult to, do, change their lifestyle? Is it something that you don't really necessarily care for your wife doing, but just the children, or you'd like everybody to be on one of accord?
I mean, it's everybody to be on the same accord,
Okay.
or somewhat. But like I said, if we can be at the same page or same, meet, I guess, eye to eye with, especially that, which I've expressed to her that the food that the kids are feeding, and yes, we started off what they're eating is basically how we started them off, but they're still growing, they're still young, so they still have room and they still have time to
Change that.
change it up. As for us, we're adults. I mean, you know what I'm saying? An adult can tell an adult or make suggestions to an adult, hey, such and such, but that adult don't have to listen to the other adult that's just giving them the advice. They can just take it and walk away, or take it and throw it under the rug and does nothing with it. But when it comes to, like, it's not just my kids. Like, I'll go to, like, my brother's house and I'll go, just mess around and go through his pantry and I see that he has, like, Fruit Loops cereal, and it's like, bro, why are you giving your kid, 5-year-old, those? Do you know what? Those are not good. It's like, man, get your unhealthy stuff out of here. He's like, get your healthy. What's the word they call me? Inspector or something like that. They call me. So when I get there, I think your music shut. No?
Yeah, it's okay. It's on like a timer. It's okay.
So I'm going through the pantry, as like Fruit Loops and fruit roll-ups, and because I've done my researches, I've seen videos on stuff like that, and it's like it's a lot of high fructose corn syrup, which is bad. They got red dye, they got yellow dye, they got all kind of unnatural food coloring, artificial flavoring that one can call it trigger ADHD. It could cause hypertension in kids. Their blood levels be off, and now we gotta bring them to the doctor to figure out what it is. And doctors know, but they make it seem like they don't know what's going on. Put them on these meds.
Right.
So to prevent going on the meds, because prevention is better than cure.
Right.
Don't give them that.
So let me ask, what does it look like when you sit down with your wife and you say, hey, this is what I would like? Or how does that process look in your household when you bring a lifestyle change in regards to what the children and your wife are consuming? How do you deliver that message? Is it something that
If I'm at work and something come across, like an article, I send it to her, like an article or like a video, because sometimes people don't have time to read if they're like busy doing some other things. But if like something with a sound that I know you can listen to it while she works from home. Or something like a video that with audio, and you can listen to it or hear it if she's currently working, whatever the case is, or I'd be like, hey, can you show the kids them this, so they can see that what I'm saying is not foolishness or it's a dumb idea. So there's some kind of a proof that, hey, this is not, I don't want them to completely take it out, but lead your way to eventually not wanting those unnatural things.
Right.
And then it would be like, okay, there's like an agreement after going over, physically going over or discussing it with her. But then it's like, I don't want our kids to feel like we're taking away everything taking away their childhood. But how I look at it is, we are taking away their childhood life if they continue eating the way they're eating, and they're always gonna end up in the hospital.
That's a good point.
Because of the stuff that they're eating.
Right.
Because every time they get sick, you want to bring them to the pediatrician, or bring them to the ER, not knowing what's wrong with them. One of them has a sensitive stomach to certain food.
Mm-hmm.
We both know that, but
Mhm.
are we trying to stop that, or are we just gonna continue doing that so to prevent from not meeting there or bashing heads? I guess we like learn the hard way.
Okay. So you would say that it's just a lack of consistency, because it doesn't sound like totally against it. It's just a matter of consistency. Am I getting that correct? Or is it just something that's just not being done at all?
It's consistency. Yeah.
Consistency. Okay. And you mentioned she works from home. What does she do? What does your wife do? I'm sorry.
She's a scam artist. No, stop playing. She worked for American Express, I believe, or
Okay.
one of them credit card.
Okay. And so I know eating healthier can be more expensive. That's not an issue as well, as far as like budgeting and things like that to afford healthier eating habits.
No.
No, okay. That's not a problem. And who normally cooks? Does she does the cooking, you do the cooking? How does that go?
Made it cook in the house.
You made it. Okay.
There's times where, like, because she work from home and the kids are there, so sometimes I might make a meal before I go to work, or there's stuff to, that can get warmed up or put in the oven, put in the air fryer on days that there's nothing there that's cooked. Because again, I don't want to feel like, I'm taking away all of their. I can't. I'm only eating homemade meals, so I'll get something that they can put, like a pizza or something that they can put in the oven or put in the air fryer. For like dinner, a couple nights out of the week or lead into the weekend.
Okay.
So it's like about like in between, like homemade. They might have taco one night. They might have. I might make some soup another night.
And these are just with healthier options.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I know they don't like it,
Okay.
but
All right. And so let me ask, what is it that you're looking to accomplish out of therapy?
That's a good question. I guess trying to understand if I'm really trying to make for myself, if I'm doing the right thing, and then if I'm, setting an example, a better example for my kids,
Mm-hmm.
or if I'm just that addicted that I just want it my way.
No, I don't see that you want it your way. I think that you're coming from a supportive place, a healthy place. And so what I would like to do, if you're comfortable with that, the plan that I would like for us to move forward with, I do want to, our next couple of sessions, I really want to deep dive into your delivery. Because sometimes what happens is, how can we get everyone on the same page? And so that's even with the kids, you know, because how old is your oldest?
16.
16, right? So a 16-year-old, we should be giving them, you know, should be able to be accountable, you know, and being able to make better choices as well. So what I would like to first do is just, you know, focus on, I think that you mean well and you want better for your family. There's just a few things that we should focus on as far as you with, you know, the blacking out, the tuning out, and things like that. I know you mentioned, you know, how you cope with stress is just completely blocking out, but we want to create a better, healthier habit, and then we can look on ways of being able to get everyone on the same page. So that may be, you know, having sessions with your wife, having sessions with the kids, and then having sessions all together. But I don't think that you're addicted. I just think that it's something that, you know, you're trying to incorporate a healthier lifestyle and everyone's not on the same page. And so it is causing, you know, frustration, but it seems like you've created a habit to kind of like guard yourself, right? But to be overall healthy in your household, you know, you don't want to be tuning out or blocking out everyone just because we're not on the same page. And so it's just like you said, finding that balance that works for everyone. So there's going to have to, you know, be ways of, you know, compromising on what balance looks like for everyone. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess so.
All right.
I'm sure they'll make the difference. That like you said, I'm not. You don't think it's an addiction. Yeah, I have a problem, but I'm sure they make the difference. I had like 2 apples and a big couple of strawberries before I came here, so that's literally my life. Just yeah, it's like right around the clock.
Yeah, no, I think that
Find an alternative.
you mentioned when you know better, you do better, right? And so it's just, you know, and again, I don't know what that process looks like when you were doing research, you know, were you incorporating everyone, with everyone, you know, aware of, because I know you mentioned like even with going to your brother's house, the ingredients, you know, so you're mindful. That means that you're looking at, you know, it sounds like you've done research on what these ingredients do. You mentioned ADHD, so you mean well, and so we just need to work on, you know, the tuning out, the blocking out, and then also just diving in on what that delivery process looks like. Because sometimes we have an understanding of what we want, but how is it being delivered to everyone else, and how are they processing that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what are your availabilities? What does your, well, first, let me ask you, do you feel like this is something that you want to move forward with? Um,
Yeah. Few more sessions, I guess, won't hurt.
okay. Okay. All right. So, we will go ahead and schedule my availability right now. I have open availability on Tuesdays and Fridays. What works best for you?
Usually on Fridays.
Okay. I have 5 and 6 p.m. available for next week.
5.
5. Okay. All right. So you'll get a text from me on the Wednesday just to confirm. And then I'm just gonna have you fill out this if you don't mind. And then we'll be all set. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really. I had a couple, but I guess it kind of said. I had a couple, but I guess I said what I need to say around that. I don't remember.
Okay.
You just jot it down for next time.
Yes, I was just about to mention that. So yes, it would be good if you have a journal, a notebook where you can take notes. If you have any questions, anything that comes up. Let's say there's a situation that comes up around the lifestyle change. If it's causing a stress in the house, in the household, with you guys being able to come to, get eye to eye on a situation, just jot that down. You and I will discuss that. As I mentioned, the next, sessions will just be you and I, and then we'll dive into if we're bringing your wife or the kids next. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So if you could just fill that out for me. All right, you can stop that.